So on the backdrop, we have the New Hampshire flag, and then we have things that make New Hampshire, New Hampshire. Like we have like the White Mountains with the Kangamangas Road, and we have like a skier, and we have like the New Hampshire animal and the old man on the mountain.
Awesome.
So, and most parts of the backdrop would be made like 3D, like to pop out of the back, but we didn't have enough time to make that.
Cool.
And the way that this bottom part works is you would take your bike, you would put it on your kickstand, and you would wheel it into one of these spots. And if you had a bike lock, you would wrap it around your wheel and then around this thing, so that no one can really steal it.
So that was, as you guys know, that was another criteria for the project, was this thing not only has to look great, but it has to function as a bike rack. So I'm glad that you addressed that. Did you do a lot of research? How did you come up with your icons for the backdrop?
Well, I looked on Google. Like I searched things that make New Hampshire unique, and like the ladybug I knew was the state insect, and the white-tailed deer I knew was the state animal. And we have the motto here, "Live free or die." It could also be like on a wall, and then you could paint this on the wall that it's against, or it's maybe like 4 inches. Most bikes' tires would fit in it.
We had like a ton of like really cool designs, but there was just like so many. So like we were all thinking different things, so we just kind of combined them all. Like music, there's music notes, and then there's just supposed to be crowns with a rainbow on top. And then there's an octopus, and then this blue line up here is a snake, and then there's letters. So it's very like kid friendly, yeah. And like you could hang the bikes vertically, like from each of these.
Cool. So talk to me a little bit about your process, because there are a lot of ideas on there. Why did you decide to combine them instead of going with more of a singular theme?
Well, because like some people like animals, and some people like music, some people like letters, and then there's kind of a cool-ish design to the letters and stuff. So we just thought, like, why not make everybody happy? Like, roll it all into one. It's probably going to be pretty tall because there has to be enough room for the bikes to hang down vertically up here.
I think if we have the ability to put a bike on it, then it kind of covers the bases. We could put a sign that says, "No, really, this is a bike rack," just in case there's any confusion. Which that's one thing that I really respond well to your piece is you have these nice kind of soft elbow bends, these 90 degrees.
Well, we didn't want anything to be sharp because, like, if these, like, this would probably be like the size of like the wheel, obviously, so a kid would probably be like twice the size.
Right.
And so, it's incorporating different elements, like we have at the museum as well, so that was striking to me right away. And are those like little boots on the ends of the?
Yeah, they are.
Are those?
The bike racks part, it's gonna be like skinny enough so a kid can't fit in there.
Okay.
Yeah, or like.
So does the train open, or is it completely sealed up?
Well,
the door opens and this opens up.
It's kind of out of proportion a little bit because
The door on the racks would be taller.
Did this part for air ventilation in the back is open too, so air can get in, and there's space between the wall, between this part and this part.
So do you guys have, does one of you have an older brother that needs a place to live? Is that why you're building a small igloo for them?
I have a little brother,
Okay, but you just want to get rid of him. All right.
So on the inside, there's some chairs in the front for a couple of kids to sit on. And then there's the dashboard with some buttons. We wanted to put a little lever that made a bell ring.
And then there's headlights up here and a big window, so you can like see out.
And there's a chair in the back.
It would be like 4 to 5 feet tallish.
Yeah.
What would
We just went over to the room where they use the kiln room, pretty much. And we brainstormed for, I think, 2 art classes. Yeah. And then we had hundreds of these ideas. And then I said steampunk, and Wyatt said timber. And we just decided to combine the 2. And we drew a design that was Steam Burton. And that's the sketch right here. And so I started drawing it because he wanted me to draw it. And we built it lopsided because that incorporates Tim Burton. It'd still work as a bike rack, but it'd be a bit lopsided. Then we would have just tall and short poles to go up across for the slots for the bikes. And then it would be all copper. Probably wouldn't be made of copper because that would turn green. It would oxidize.
They were headlights, and these are gears on the sides. And this is something that Ian created. That is an octopus with welding goggles. Oh, and we made an incline on the frame so it could fit different sizes of bikes for adult bikes and smaller bikes.
I had an ocean idea and then a insect idea that went with it. It was that. Then we thought maybe we should go back to the original ideas we had, and so we chose the ocean idea, which I had originally, and I also got the inspiration from your jellyfish you built. And I think you can do it again, if you can. The reason why we chose the thing, it would also be near a pool. It would also be near, well, you guys have a submarine in the museum already. We decided, first we just had the jellyfish and the octopus for the idea, but then Sophia, my partner, added some special touches like fishes and like the bike rack idea.
Each thing was carefully thought out, and we spent like 2 days figuring out how, like even with the sketch that Alex had, we even like spent 2 days figuring out how it would work and everything. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna honest for the show help this out.
We were thinking it would be about 7 feet in total, which I did on the sketch. And then the bike rack would be 3 feet tall, which is like here on her, I think. And then the sculptures itself would be 4 feet. I'm sorry that you're so short, but
no, it's just like
it's
like a
leaf.
bump.
yeah.
Gotcha.
And like the legs or the tentacles or anything, like would like loop around, so you can put like the locks or something in it if you wanted to, like a few of those could do
Say
it.
the bottoms of the bike racks, they're not touching the base right now. Is that on purpose or not? Because
That was on accident.
That was on
Well-
accident. We kind of,
I was thinking it was on purpose, and that maybe it was like you were trying to make it look seaweed-like or kelp-like, or
we didn't
There
think
you
of
go.
anything like
You know,
that.
they're all kind of within the animal world, but you tried insects, you tried, is it a tiger?
It
Tiger.
was like a white color.
I would think a tiger.
And I think your logical approach to like where this is going to be located, whether it's a pool or also the rivers down there too, so it kind of makes sense that this would be something that's aquatic based. I like that. I like that it's tied into its kind of surroundings. I'm wondering too if the octopus became the bike rack. Like if, again, sort of like we talked about with the last one, if the tentacles kind of came down and became where the bikes kind of like rest,